Hi everyone, I'm Lobke. I'm a musician, a multidisciplinary artist, and I work a lot with the body. And today I'm going to show you here from Costa Rica, where there's still no quarantine yet, some exercises for us to stretch, to uncrumple, and to become stronger. Let's go for it. So let's stretch and activate the body a bit, because when your body is activated, you feel happier, you feel better, and that's what we need. This isn't going to be like a really sporty thing. It's just a thing for us musicians and people who are crumpled to uncrumple and feel better and move a little bit. So I'm sitting with one foot in front of the other, and that allows me to have a straight spine. But maybe it doesn't feel good for you, you're not able to do it, so you can sit cross-legged, but it's the same, so don't sit like this. You really have to make sure you elongate your spine, your neck too. Or if you're not able to do that either, because I'm a very flexible person, but not everyone is like that. Mostly it's just inherited, and you can train it too. And we actually have to improve a little bit the flexibility of our hips. So you can also sit on some pillows. And now you see that there is enough space. One pillow, two pillows. The most important thing is to have this straight spine. Great. So let's go for it. Okay. So this is actually a thing I do in the morning. I just wake up stretching. Okay, it has to be soft stretching because my muscles aren't warm, you know, so I don't want to overstretch them. So I just start with lifting my arms and putting them down again. I inhale when I go up and I exhale when I go down. It's easy. And it's very natural, it's very good for the body. So I inhale, and I'm really going to notice that this is going to get longer too. So inhale, look up to my hands, and exhale. Big stretch. And you can notice that when I do that, I'm actually going to open up a little bit here, which is good also for us who are, you know, always working, who have a tendency at least to be a bit like that. So there we go. 3 in a row. In, X, in, X. Last one. In, and I can turn my wrists X if I want to warm them up a little bit too. Good, now I'm going to the sides, and here I'm going to put my left hand on the floor, and with the other hand I'm going to scoop something up, and then I'm going to go as if I were to go over something, if that makes sense, as if there were an obstacle here. Okay, so left hand on the floor, and I'm going to scoop, and I'm going over something. Okay, and it shouldn't hurt, it should just be a nice stretch. And I come back. Okay, the other side. So right hand on the floor, left hand is going to scoop. I'm going to inhale when I go up, and exhale when I go bend over that thing. Okay, I come back. Some of us are more flexible, so we will be able to put down the elbow. But be careful, because if I do this, then I'm not working correctly. So I have to really work on that contra position somehow. When I go in that direction with this part of the body actually works my sit bones to keep in place, and they don't come off. Okay, there we go. left hand on the ground, and we're going to scoop with the right hand in, over, and the sit bone stay on the ground. And okay, now we're going to play around here a little bit. So I can go towards the ground, and then I might feel this muscle stretching. And I can open up to the sky, and then I might feel this muscle stretching. So I can also go a little bit further if that feels good. So I look down to the floor, really nice stretch for this muscle, and then I look up, really nice stretch for my chest, and then I come back again. Okay, don't overdo it ever. It's little by little. Now the other side, right hand on the floor, left hand is going to scoop over something and exhale. And now we're going to look to the floor, and as if someone were actually kind of pulling your hand, so you're stretching this muscle. And then opening to the sky, hello. Okay, again to the floor, stretching these muscles. Very important for us. You can turn around your hand too. And then we come back. I hope that felt good. Okay, now we're just doing some light twist. See how that feels. I don't know if you've ever done it. Should feel nice. And then we come to the left side. So one hand, your right hand is on your left knee, and the other hand is just behind you, not very far away, just very close. And they don't pull on you. So when you inhale, you sit a little bit straighter. When you exhale, you might just twist a little bit more if you want to. That feels good. Inhale, straighter. Exhale, maybe twist. Okay, and then the hand from behind comes over the other one to the other knee. Now we let everything drop. You can really just swing from one side to the other. It's really nice for the upper back. Okay, and then vertebra by vertebra, you sit up straight again. And we do the other side. So you can use this to come into it if you want. Always breathing. Okay, left hand to right knee, other hand just behind, and you sit up straight. When you inhale, and when you exhale, a little bit twist without pushing or pulling. Inhale, a bit straighter. Exhale, because that's not good for your lower back. That's the reason why. Okay, and then your right hand swims around to your left knee, and you drop everything. Love this one. This is like my favorite of the day. Okay, good. Now that we're sitting here anyway, we're going to do some shoulder circles. And actually put your hands on your shoulder. I inhale when I go up. I exhale when I go down. And then I can do the opposite and really think that there is a pencil between my shoulder blades. Even going up, pencil between my shoulder blades, and exhale, letting go. Inhale, pencil between my shoulder blades, and exhale. Last one. Okay, now your neck. There are like different opinions from experts about this, like the neck circles, if they're good or not. But just the other day, it was a physiotherapist that said that it wasn't good. So we're just going to do straight lines with the neck, no circles. So we're starting with no. Just shaking no. You can do it very small and easy and fast. You can also like elongate it, make it big, as if someone was giving you a kiss on the side of your neck. And this comes from the channel Yoga with Adrienne. so that's a must. I'm doing this now for you guys, but you must go and do all the videos of yoga with Adrian. The best, well, it is yoga, of course, but it's the best yoga channel there is. If you don't like yoga, probably you're not doing this with me anyway. Okay, then saying yes with the head. Don't go too far way back. It crunches the entire neck. It's not very good for you. Just a little bit. Okay, and then from side to side. Must feel very nice, this. Sorry. Hope didn't touch the micro. So, that also feels very good. Keep your shoulders low and your neck long. Okay, and what we're going to do now is opening up a little bit those hips. If in the end you're sitting on a couch and you're like this, you're going to make another stretch, rather like a back stretch, and that's fine too, no problem. Just feel what is good for your own body. Don't overdo anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the hand next to the ears. It's a really nice stretch. Inhaling, and with my thumbs back, and I can even pull back a little bit and lift up, of course. And when I exhale, I place my hands in front of me, really wide. And here I can just balance a little bit. Maybe this is already a huge stretch, so you can stay there. And try really to get those sit bones down, so they're not lifting up, you know, doing that. But your spine is straight for the moment, and you're just going from one side to the other. And if this is very easy for you, then of course you can walk those hands further. You can come on the forearms. You can walk it even further. And now of course you can relax forward. If you want to relax forward but you don't make it, you can make fists and put your hands here. Really nice too. So breathe deeply. Should be a really nice stretch. Okay, and then on an exhale, you're coming up vertebra by vertebra, very little by little. Okay, and those of us who are sitting cross-legged or like this, we can cross the other leg in front of the other leg, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to place the other foot in front. So we do the same, inhaling and placing those hands there and balancing just from side to side, swinging. And then we can go a little bit further. So those sit bones, try to keep them down. Breathe. And then on an exhale, you're coming up vertebra by vertebra. Okay, and you're walking your hands toward you. I hope I don't have any grass on my forehead. Okay, so that's that. It goes quicker when you do it on your own with time. Okay, so now we're actually going to do the standing part. So come up, take your time. We have time. Okay, so we're standing again. Try to stand feet, hips apart, with really in the direction in front of you, not open, not inwards. And with your spine straight. So this means like your pelvis probably is a little bit turned inwards, very little. And your knees have to be a little bit bent. Because my pelvis, let's make it our backs hollow. So you can see my pelvis now is completely outward. So I want the opposite. I want it under me. Just a little bit. I mean, I don't want it like this, right? But just elongating my spine a little bit. And my shoulders are relaxed. And as Adrienne says from Yoga with Adrienne, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Because this, this weighs 4 kilograms. So it's a lot of weight, and you really want that to sit on the rest of your body. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is the same stretch when we were sitting, but now we're going to bounce a little bit. So I'll do it like this. Clap my hands, look up, and then exhale when I'm coming down. Okay, let's do that 3 times. Inhale. Scooping everything up. Looking up. So it's a nice stretch. And exhaling. Again. Inhaling. Looking up. Maybe you want to do like this. I mean, you can do anything that feels better for you. And going down. And last one. Inhaling. Maybe you just want a big beach ball over your head, as Adrienne says. Yeah, you can see I'm a fan of her. Or you can just, play a little bit with lifting one arm and then the other one, and then coming down. Okay, very good. So we want a little bit of activation, right? But before we come to that, we're first going to work a little bit with that spine. It's very important to work the spine. So normally, if we were to do really yoga, we would do like this, and then we would kind of go down first with a straight spine. But now I want to work on rounding the spine vertebra by vertebra. So the head is going to be the first, and when we go up, it's going to be the last. Okay, so we're going to inhale. And when we're going to exhale, we're going to round vertebra by vertebra. Inhale and exhale. Head, then the first ones of the upper back. And your knees are a little bit bent or more bent. And so you're going to vertebra by vertebra, just rounding the spine until you come wherever you can come. Some people just come halfway. Others come down completely. And the more you do this, probably the more flexible you're going to be. So, okay, hanging here is very good. It's very relaxing. And you can grasp the opposite elbow, swing from side to side if you want. Let your head really hang loose. So you can say a little bit no with your head. And nod a little bit yes with your head. Breathe deeply. Now, if you breathe this deeply, you will notice that in your lower back, actually, things are moving. And that's very good. That's a very good sign. So when we're breathing, let's say in our belly, actually it's the complete lower part that's coming out, right? We have a back actually, and we forget about it. Okay, and now we're going to reconstruct ourselves vertebra by vertebra. So let's start. The base of the spine is coming up. Our knees are rounded. So we come up. And the head is completely hanging. Should be the last thing to come up. So getting straighter and straighter. Don't straighten those knees completely. And then the last thing is your neck. Hello. Here we are again. Okay, let's do that again. So, first your head, upper back, vertebra by vertebra. Breathing deeply. Bending your knees. Okay, coming until where you come, relaxing completely. Breathing, swinging, swinging from side to side. This is relaxing me too. And you can grasp the opposite elbow if you haven't already. Or you can just hang loose. Whatever feels best. And then bending the knees. You come up vertebra by vertebra. Really feel how you're reconstructing the spine. And the last thing to come up is your head. Okay, excellent. Give those shoulders some circles. Give me some shake. Okay, good. What we haven't done actually, and it's good for instrumentalists, is also grasping, so interlacing the hands and just doing some like straight, I don't know how you call this, but you see what I'm doing. And you can also make circles, one way then the other one. So that's very good. In general, these stretches for musicians are very good. So keep your shoulder low. And then there's this stretch. On the other side, of course I'm doing it a little bit short now. And that side. And then, just as you have this one, you actually have it like this too. It works a little bit differently. I would say in an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, so these are some stretches. Oh, I forgot one. Okay, I wanted to do something a little bit active. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to balance a little bit. So we're going to stand on our right foot, and we're going to try to just stand on one foot, right? But if you can't, just leave the big toe of your left foot on the ground. And if you can, just come up. And now it's very important to kind of, how do you say this? To get this part of your body activated, right? So here are lots of muscles, and you want them activated because then you can balance. Okay, so you just make your spine long, and your belly just comes in a little bit, like in and up. And then we have an excellent balance. So you can do this, or this, or this. Or even if you're able to do it, but it's a bit more of a strain here. This. Okay, and all of us who can, we interlace our fingers and we grasp like under the knee. Our spines are long, and we just push up the knee a little bit. Ooh, you see I'm coming out of it. So this is a really nice balancing exercise. I find it a lot of fun. You can make circles with your ankles. Thank you. And we let go. On an exhale. Okay, so now the other side. So you come from off the ground. I have this microphone here. Yeah, I'm old school. I have all the cables still. Okay, and we can stay here, or we can try. But you will notice that that's actually for people with strong legs. So I'm working a lot here to keep the balance. And we can all those of us that feel like it, can interlace our fingers and elongate our spine while we push up the leg a little bit against us. And breathing deeply, and we can make circles with our ankle. Okay, we let go with ease and control. Okay, now we're going to do a balance. Another balance. I like quite a lot. Okay, so our left toes are coming behind. So we're going to make a kind of plank, kind of airplane. So it's just coming up. Okay, so don't forget that you have to activate your center here. You can use your arms if you want. If you're really good at this, you can actually do this shape, which is one of the warrior shapes of yoga. So that activates you. Oh, everything starts flying here. Okay, and let's do the other side. I hope you came down a little bit more controlled than I did. So coming up. So this is a lot about playing around, and you know, if you're a lot of time in a posture that's not really comfortable, and you have to stretch, just make it a lot of fun. Don't lock this knee, by the way. It has to be a little bit bent. So just try to play around, right? It's very important. Okay, awesome. So we're coming down on hands and knees, if you're still here. If not, you just pause it and you go back another time of the day. Good. So my knees are under my hips and they're hip apart, and my hands are under my shoulders. Okay, and I do the same. So my belly is active, right? It's not like sucked in, but it is inwards. It's active inwards. So it supports my back. My back is completely straight, and my neck also. Very important. We think that, you know, we forget about the neck, so it does strange things. Okay, the hands, you know, the fingers are wide, and like the fingers, they're active. So you get your how do you say that? The weight, you get it a little bit out of the wrists. Okay, awesome. So here we're going to do cat-cow. I don't know how familiar you are with it. So first we're going to do cat. Just practice cat. So this movement will always start at the back of your spine, and the head will always be the last. So I'm going to round the spine, so I actually round the pelvis, and you know, my belly is going inside, and then my entire back is rounded, and then in the end it's the head. And now I want to go back. So the first thing I do is straighten my spine. My belly is still active, and then everything is straightened again. Let's do that again. So I round my pelvis, my belly goes inwards, and they call this in Spanish actually angry cat. I think that's it. Okay, so you start again straightening in the pelvis, your center is still active, and then you have a perfectly straight spine, I hope. Okay, now we're going to do the cow part. So that's a hollow back. So we start again with this. Don't overdo it. You really don't want to crunch your lower part of the back. So we just make the back hollow from the tail first, and in the end it's the head. And again, to come back, we straighten the spine. Oh, it seems like a small thing, right? Don't forget that belly has to come in. Okay, so you get the thing, right? Let's do now the entire sequence. So the cat and the cow. Okay, so let's start exhaling, and let's do the cat. So rounding. And the last thing is your head, and then we're going to do the cow. So hollowing, starting at your tail. And the last thing is your head. Inhaling and exhaling, starting at the end of the spine, and then the last thing is your head. And then inhaling, starting at the back. The last thing is your head. Oh, okay, okay, that's it, very good. Okay, now you're gonna actually do a little bit of a counter stretch. So this one, just make it gentle. Okay, and we're going to do a plank, because I told you we're going to be a little bit stronger. Planks are awesome. I would really recommend them every day. Okay, so you place your hands, as I told you, your fingers are active too, and your knuckles. And then what we're going to do is, these are going to be outwards. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Okay, I'm moving around a little bit. You can do that if you want. You engage more muscles like that. And somehow you distract yourself. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come down. Okay. Good. Let's just take a break. Again, let's do the stretch. You can do this afterwards a little bit more. Let's do one very short, because afterwards we're going down. Okay, plank, I'm already in it. Okay, now if you want to go down, you can go down from here if you have strong arms. I don't have them so much, so if not, you can come on the knees and then pinch your, how do you say that? Like paste your elbows to your sides and you come down. I just came down in the pillow. Okay, and from here, you make a circle with your shoulders so they're low, and then make your neck nice and long. And now when we're going to inhale, we're just going to come up with the upper part of the back. Just open the chest a little bit, and that's it, and down again. Nothing more, because if not, you're going to crunch something. It's little by little. Okay, now we're going to push ourselves up to the knees. And from here, there's a wonderful posture. It's called child's pose. So if you don't have the flexibility for it, you might need a cushion or two. So you can sit like this. Maybe you can use another one like this. And this is called child's pose. Very good. Very restorative. I do it every day. It's also because it stretches the psoas. So psoas are very important. It's the muscle that connects your torso with your leg. So not only does this posture relax, but it also stretches. Breathe deeply. Okay. Okay, good. So on an exhale, we're coming up. Our hands help us little by little. Very good. There's one exercise I did in the Spanish version of this video that I didn't do with you guys yet. And it's a little bit, it's very nice actually. It's also balancing, but very soft, much softer than the plank thing. So what you're going to do is lift one leg, and you will feel that probably in your core. Be careful that you're not, recompensating like going to one side. You want to stay in the middle. And if you are able to do it, the opposite arm, you can also stretch it out. If you're not able to do it, just use your both hands. And then when you exhale, we come in, but without putting them down on the ground. We just come in like a snail. Okay, and we inhale, and everything comes out again. And we put them down. Okay, other side. Leg. And make sure that this part of your spine is actively up. And then if you want your other arm as if you were to give someone a handshake, comes out, and then when you exhale, everything comes in. As if you were a little snail inside of its house. And then inhale, everything comes out again, and exhale. So that's a very nice one. Okay, from here, okay, I didn't tell you about downward facing dog, so we're just going to drop it in the middle. And we're going to start with a posture called by Adrian puppy posture. So it's not a dog yet, it's just half a dog. So you're going to do again your posture as we did it before. So knees under hips, hip width apart, and your hands under your shoulders. But now what's going to be different is that you're going to drop your elbows where your hands were, and you're going to walk your knees backwards. Okay, and from here you're just going to drop your heart down. So this is going to open up. If you're a little bit scared, you can put some pillows there. You can open up also. So this is a big heart opener and shoulder opener. You just place your forehead on the ground. So this is half the posture of downward facing dog. Very good for us. So we're coming out of that again, rounding the back little by little, placing our hands, walking back the knees. Okay, now we're going to go up to downward facing dog. Now this has the same action of the heart going downwards, but we're not going to be on our forearms but on our hands, and we're going to lift. And so the idea is that your heart is downward, and this part is actually as if someone was pulling you up from there. And then your heels are supposed to go towards the ground. They're not supposed to reach it, but it's those forces. So this is downwards, this is upwards, and that is also towards the ground diagonally. So we're curling the toes and we're just coming up very easily and just getting those two forces ready to work. So your heart down, and here as if someone was pulling you up. Head is relaxed. Okay, with complete bent knees. Let's see if you can start to walk a little bit, placing the one heel down, one heel at a time, and then see if you can even straighten out a little bit those legs. If you can't, you just stay here and you stretch the back with bent knees. Okay, so this is each of our own abilities, and if not, you walk that dog. So this is a downward facing dog, and from here mostly I go to a plank. It's quite easy, or I can do a hip opener. You see, you can do a three-legged dog. Let's try that, why not? One leg. So this is actually not a hip opener. This is a hip opener. And then the other leg, you can keep the hips completely straight, or you can use it to open the hips. Depends on how flexible you are. And from here on, also there are many other postures. But for now, we're coming down and we're going to child's pose. Breathing deeply and coming up, uncrumpling a little bit so we can move those shoulders, and that's it. There's one last stretch I actually wanted to show you, so we're coming up again. Okay, so as a musician, probably you're familiar with this stretch. So you either can stretch like this, so your hands are open, or you really stretch a little bit deeper. And you know that with this stretch you can come forward and stretch that part a little bit. To come out of this stretch, I would always do it very gently on an exhale and with control, and then rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Another very good stretch, counter stretch, is swimming one arm in front of you, catching it with the other hand. Now try to lower this shoulder. Okay, and then I pull a little bit on this arm. Good. And then the same with this one. I swim it in front of me. Lower a little bit, shoulder, but I pull it on the same time. Good. Also, as a musician, another last thing before making a handstand, because we all want to make handstands and jump and put some music on and go dance. I don't have to show you how to dance. Everyone can just dance. Okay, but before that, so when you're standing like this, elongating your spine, feel how the floor is actually supporting you, right? It's holding all of your weight. And feel the space behind you. We forget about our backs. And feel the space above you. So much space above you. Breathe deeply. Okay, stretch one more time. Inhaling. Okay, and now we're going for that handstand. That's my favorite thing. Let's get the micro out of the way. Yay! I'm not very good at it today, really. Hey! Yay! Did you see that? Okay, but I'm serious. Go and dance. Dance every day. Dance.